Afternoon, everyone. Tammy Trier, TrierWilderness.com. I hope you guys are well. It is a rainy, kind of dreary day here, so hopefully this cooperates with me, and hopefully you guys are able to join me. But we're late today because of the rain, so I just watched something super incredibly inspiring a little bit ago on Facebook, and I shared the link on the Trier Wilderness Facebook page, but it's also in the description below. And for those of you that are on YouTube, I'm probably going to stream that.
Change the world, start off by making your bed. If you make your bed every morning, you will have accomplished the first task of the day. It will give you a small sense of pride, and it will encourage you to do another task, and another, and another. And by the end of the day, that one task completed will have turned into many tasks completed. Making your bed will also reinforce the fact that the little things in life matter. If you can't do the little things right, you'll never be able to do the big things right. And if by chance you have a miserable day, you will come home to a bed that is made. That you made. And a made bed gives you encouragement that tomorrow will be better. To pass SEAL training, there are a series of long swims that must be completed. One is the night swim. Before the swim, the instructors joyfully brief the students on all the species of sharks that inhabit the waters off San Clemente. They assure you, however, that no student has ever been eaten by a shark, at least not that they can remember. But you are also taught that if a shark begins to circle your position, stand your ground. Do not swim away. Do not act afraid. And if the shark, hungry for a midnight snack, darts towards you, then summons up all your strength and punch him in the snout, and he will turn and swim away. There are a lot of sharks in the world. If you hope to complete the swim, you will have to deal with them. So if you want to change the world, don't back down from the sharks. Over a few weeks of difficult training, my SEAL class, which started with 150 men, was down to just 42. There were now 6 boat crews of 7 men each. I was in the boat with the tall guys, but the best boat crew we had was made up of little guys, the Munchkin crew, we called them. No one was over 5'5". The Munchkin boat crew had 1 American Indian, 1 African American, 1 Polish American, 1 Greek American, 1 Italian American, and 2 tough kids from the Midwest. They out-paddled, outran, and outswam all the other boat crews. The big men in the other boat crews would always make good-natured fun of the tiny little flippers the Munchkins put on their tiny little feet prior to every swim. But somehow these little guys, from every corner of the nation and the world, always had the last laugh, swimming faster than everyone and reaching the shore long before the rest of us. SEAL training was a great equalizer. Nothing mattered but your will to succeed, not your color, not your ethnic background, not your education, not your social status. If you want to change the world, measure a person by the size of their heart, not by the size of their flippers. The 9th week of training is referred to as Hell Week. It is 6 days of no sleep, constant physical and mental harassment, and 1 special day at the Mud Flats. The Mud Flats are an area between San Diego and Tijuana where the water runs off and creates the Tijuana Sloughs, a swampy patch of terrain where the mud will engulf you. It is on Wednesday of Hell Week that you paddle down to the Mud Flats and spend the next 15 hours trying to survive the freezing cold, the howling wind, and the incessant pressure to quit from the instructors. As the sun began to set that Wednesday evening, my training class, having committed some egregious infraction to rules, was ordered into the mud. The mud consumed each man till there was nothing visible but our heads. The instructors told us we could leave the mud if only 5 men would quit. Only 5 men, just 5 men, and we could get out of the oppressive cold. Looking around the mud flat, it was apparent that some students were about to give up. It was still over 8 hours till the sun came up. 8 more hours of bone-chilling cold. The chattering teeth and the shivering moans of the trainees were so loud, it was hard to hear anything. one voice began to echo through the night. One voice raised in song. The song was terribly out of tune, but sung with great enthusiasm. One voice became two, and two became three, and before long, everyone in the class was singing. The instructors threatened us with more time in the mud if we kept up the singing, but the singing persisted, and somehow the mud seemed a little warmer, and the wind a little tamer, and the dawn not so far away. If I have learned anything in my time traveling the world, it is the power of hope. The power of one person, a Washington, a Lincoln, King, Mandela, and even a young girl from Pakistan, Malala. One person can change the world by giving people hope. So if you want to change the world, start each day with a task completed. Find someone to help you through life. Respect everyone. Know that life is not fair and that you will fail often. But if you take some risks, step up when the times are the toughest, face down the bullies, lift up the downtrodden, and never, ever give up. If you do these things, the next generation and the generations that follow will live in a world far better than the one we have today. And what started here will indeed have changed the world for the better.
That was incredible and worth watching. There's actually 2 links that are being shared today. But the first one was extremely empowering to me. Something as simple as starting your day off with making your bed can alter your day in that, 1, you've accomplished something, 2, that you started off on a good foot, and 3, you come home to something that is finished. And so if you have a rough day, you still come home to something joyous and an accomplishment that you had throughout the day, even if it's something as simple as making the bed. The other thing, though, that was mentioned in this video, which is very empowering, is that you're going to run into sharks. And when you're in the water with the sharks and they start circling you, the objective with the shark is not to run away and not to try to escape. It's to stand strong and muster up your courage and punch it in the nose, and oftentimes the shark will retreat because you stood up to it and you made yourself bigger than what you were. You didn't flee, okay? So in daily life, when we run into the sharks, whatever they may be in our life, we aren't supposed to flee from them. We aren't supposed to cower to them. We aren't supposed to run away from them. We're supposed to stand up to them. That doesn't mean punch them in the face. But it does mean stand up, stand strong, stand tall. And you know what? I think we all need to hear this message. And I know that I've had friends ask me to do a show on encouraging words and encouraging thoughts and encouraging Bible verses. So those will be coming as well. And but I just saw this today, and I knew this is what I had to just roll with. I love how God kind of divinely implants my lessons for me with you guys. So I can see some of you guys jumping in and out, so I don't know if my connection is bad. So let me know, and feel free to join in today, whether you watch this live or whether you watch it later on. I would love to know some of the things that inspire you. Additionally, in this video, it talked about hope, and it talked about going through training, military training, and the grueling things that they had to do and what kept them hanging on. And also, it talked about how in all the groups in the training, one of the groups was all under 6 foot. They were all small, they were all stubby, they were a very mixed group, but the group of small men were always the ones that came out on top, even though there were always things being mentioned for fun because of their size and so forth. These guys were in it for the long haul, and they were not being controlled by the words that are being spoken to them, or their height, or their size, or their limitations. So just keep that in mind, guys. Good afternoon, Deb. So, when we're going about our days and our weeks, and, we've been talking so much about the things that interfere and that hijack our days, but also let's talk about the things that really empower our days. I mean, that video was just so powerful to me. And there was another video that I watched this morning that was extremely powerful. It was of a 101-year-old woman being interviewed and sitting and talking with young children. I think the oldest might have been 7 or 8. They were very young children. But this 101-year-old woman was very coherent. She was very amazing. She had stories to tell, guys. And that's the thing. As we go through our life, we formulate stories to share too. And this is just, it was just really empowering to see this woman, as she mentioned in her video, that a lot of people, the hardest part, she was asked what was the hardest part of growing old, and being lonely is what she said, because all of the people that she grew up with and that she surrounded herself with and that she knew has passed away, because no one has lived as long as she has. But she still does everything for herself. She loves to email. She writes books. She was in World War II. She has stories to share, and what's keeping her going and what has kept her strong in mind and in body is that she takes care of herself. She's constantly doing things. She's constantly educating herself. She is constantly exercising, and she's happy, she said, guys. She's happy. And this is all the things that I've been sharing with you guys to remember to do. And I'm so glad I do this weekly, because, guys, this encourages me too and gives me a purpose as well. And I honestly think every week we need that reminder, no matter where it's coming from, that we're okay, that what we're doing is good, and we need that reminder to focus on the happy, focus on the positive, focus on the good, make stories, stand up to the sharks, and do something daily to empower yourself, even if it's something as simple as starting your day off making your bed. And that is such a really great analogy, and a great place to start is something as simple as a bed. Now, I'm going to put some humor out here, because I'm sure this is not the only household that is like this, but I like fresh, clean sheets coming off the wash line, and just, I love fresh sheets. I love a nicely made bed, because it's just, I don't know why. I'm a woman. I'm still a mountain woman, but it gives me comfort to have a nice clean bed, clean sheets, and nicely made. It's just something comforting to come into and to leave in the morning and to come back into at night, right? Okay, I know many of you ladies can relate. My husband, on the other hand, does not understand the need for it to be perfect when I'm making it, because I'm just going to climb in and mess it up. I know you guys can relate. I know many of you guys out there are laughing. I know as husband and wives, you guys are probably laughing because you go through the same thing. But it's a simple pleasure, and it's something simple for a woman. Just like a guy would like his workbench organized, and the woman doesn't understand why everything has to, be completely organized when they're going to work on it, right? It's the same scenario. So anyway, it's the simple pleasures in life. It's the things that make us happy. It's the things that give us joy. And I just thought that this was something really important today. We've had glorious sun out here, and as many of you know, I am as solar powered as my house, and it has just felt so good. Sunshine is a mood changer, and if you guys are stuck inside when it is gorgeous outside, I'm going to say I don't feel bad for you, because you can take 10 or 15 minutes out of your day and go suck up some of that sunshine. Even if you're at work, you are entitled breaks. You do not need to stay in that claustrophobic building, and under those lights you can go out and suck up the sunshine. Now, I know in Pennsylvania you guys just got snow again yesterday, I believe. So, the weather's still weird. We still have very weird weather here. We're still melting off our 44 inches of snow and getting in and out is still kind of interesting as it's melting. We had rain last night, but you know, seasons are changing. Spring is coming. I did a video the other day on the way back from my treatment of the swans that migrated in. So if you have never seen swans, go to our YouTube channel at Trayer Wilderness and you will find my video on the swans. I thought that was something very cool. And that again is a simple pleasure and just a simple joy. I paused in my day. You know, I can tell you honestly that I've driven by those swans on the lake many times wishing to stop and take photos and take video, but we're on a mission to get somewhere. Well, I was on a mission to get home. I couldn't stop on the way there because I had to be there on time. But on the way home, I paused and I stopped, and it felt really good, and I kind of chuckled about it because I paused and did that, and I've wanted to do it for so many years. I'd never saw swans up close and personal before. I only saw them in the Disney movies, sadly, or in a movie, and I just could have never fathomed that they migrated to Idaho where it's cold, and I don't know, I just figured they'd be in like a Florida state, you know, a warmer state. So it's pretty neat to see the swans migrate, and they come in by the hundreds, and they're such big, beautiful birds, and it's just neat to see. So, you know, take time out of your day to see those things and to give yourself that re-energizing moment. But also find those things, and I encourage you to bookmark the links that are in today's show and revert back to them, just like I showed you Candace Payne. It's good to have things that we can go back to that will empower us and remind us to get our heads out of our rears, to grab our bootstraps and keep going, whether it's weather changes that are causing, you know, you to feel in a funk, whether it's sickness. I have a poor dear friend who is weaning off of morphine right now. She has Lyme disease and several other things going on, and has just been in constant pain. I have been struggling because of mold. Our area is wet. We have snow mold, and I always forget this time of year how I get taken down by our weather, and it's easy to allow those things to kick us in the teeth and to maybe have us thinking negatively or wishing we were in a better position or whatever the case may be. So, and I know that some of these videos are repetitive, but I couldn't help but share this today.
Did you have forks or knives in the old days?
Forks and knives? Oh, sure. And spoons. Hello?
Hi.
Hi, Micah.
Hi.
I'm Alice.
Nice to meet you, Alice.
Alice.
Alice, sorry.
What is your name?
Clara.
Clara. I'm very happy to meet you.
What are we here to talk about?
Well, I think it might be how old I am.
How old are you?
I'm in my 101st year. 101.
101?
Right. Did you ever know anybody else that old?
No.
I don't even know anybody else that old.
Where are you from?
Well, originally I was born in Philadelphia, way over on the East Coast.
I was born in New York City.
Oh, you were? So you were born in the East, too?
Yeah. How was it like back then?
We didn't have radio. We didn't have television. No telephones when I was a little girl. There were not any trucks. They had wagons and horses pulled them.
Wow, that must have been a long time ago.
It was a long time ago.
Back then, did you see any wars?
I did, and I was in the war. I was in the Second World War. We worked on decoding and encoding machines, very secret work. The officers had guns, and they said if you told any of the secrets, they would shoot you dead. But nobody got shot.
Good.
Yeah.
What would you do for fun?
Oh, when I was a little girl, I had dolls and blocks, but I really liked boys' things. I liked marbles and tops, and I thought boys were much luckier than girls. We had to wear skirts and on stockings, even in the coldest weather. They didn't have slacks or pants for girls.
Girls couldn't wear pants?
That's true.
That is not fair.
You know?
What is your job?
Oh, my job was teaching in a college, but I retired a long time ago. I taught biology, and if you look at my shirt, you'll see some of the things I taught about. Could you possibly know what this one is?
Oh, that's a spider.
Oh, wonderful.
What's your favorite insect?
Ants. I did research on ants. But you know what an ant looks like, don't you?
Yeah, it's like this tiny. They can carry a big thing like a banana. Like 3 of them can, even though they're this tiny.
You're very good, and you're only 6 years old.
What do you like to do for fun?
Well, right now I'm watching the Olympics, and I write books. I do puzzles. I enjoy email. I write to a lot of friends. I even play Scrabble. Do you know how to play Scrabble? No?
No.
You should ask somebody to play Scrabble. It's lots of fun. Also, I try to get exercise every day.
Every day?
Yep.
Good.
Some old people aren't very well anymore.
Yeah.
Some of them can't remember things. Some of them are really lame and they have to have somebody help them. But I can do everything myself.
That's good.
That's good.
And that means you're really old, but you're really good at it.
Yeah, and I enjoy life.
What is the hardest part about getting old?
You miss people. And especially when you live over 100 years. Most of the people I ever knew in my family are already dead. But that happens, doesn't it?
Yeah. A person in my family died.
And did you know the person?
Yeah, it's my great-grandfather. We still have a picture of him up on our mantle to remind us of when I was playing with him.
That's wonderful.
Are you afraid of dying?
No, I'm not afraid of dying. I feel very healthy and happy. My doctor said, maybe you'll just die in your sleep. So I'm not afraid, because I have a good life.
What's the secret to living a long life?
Being happy, working hard, getting exercise, doing things for yourself, not expecting other people to do everything for you. And all of those things make you live a long time.
Nice to meet you.
It's wonderful to meet you. Have a great life. I'm very proud of you.
Thank you.
With the empowerment that I got from those videos, and I'd love to see you guys create stories for yourselves that you can share. This woman wasn't just part of World War II where she was in a factory helping out. She was actually deciphering codes, and she told the young boy that they were told that if they shared what they were doing, they'd be shot. And she chuckled and said nobody was shot. But what a neat story, and what a neat thing to share. And she shared that when she was growing up, they didn't have radio, they didn't have TV, they didn't have anything. And she wasn't allowed to wear pants. They had to wear skirts and stockings, and it's just neat to hear those stories. We know that, but to have somebody and to be able to sit with somebody and share those stories is just really neat. So make a story for yourself. We've been talking about God providing each of us with a gift. And I mentioned that some of us don't know what that gift is, that we're seeking and searching for what this gift is that God's given us. So why don't you simply ask Him to share with you what your gift is? I can see my mountain man's gift, but he doesn't always feel that's his gift. But he is so mechanically inclined and so able to do amazing things with his hands. It's just amazing. And I feel like I have the gift to share and to educate and maybe to motivate and inspire. And yes, I have the gift to gab, so that's why I'm sitting here with you today. And whatever your gift is, though, use it as your tool. And once you establish what your gift is, your gift will open doors for you in your life, for you to use your gift. but you got to first want and be willing to know what it is. So I want to encourage that in you guys today to specifically watch these videos that I've shared, to empower yourself, to be encouraged, and to find your gift. I'd also like for you to take the time in the comments below today to share with me things that you are good at. What are the things that you're good at? It doesn't matter if it's searching your genealogy. It doesn't matter if it's being a homemaker. I'd like to know. I'd like to know. And don't just list one thing, because I know you guys are good at many things. So list the things that you guys are good at. And I'd also like to encourage you to share things in the comments below too. We've talked about the different books I'm reading, and I'm going to share, this isn't nice, but I am reading a really, really awesome book, and I can't tell you about it yet. I am so very blessed that my dearest friend has shared her book with me so that I can give a review for her and help her promote her book. But I can't tell you what it is yet or who it is. But I can tell you this. The previous book she wrote, I couldn't put down, and I had to read for 3 days straight, long hours, because it was that addicting. So I know you guys will enjoy the book when I'm able to share it. And I've been sharing the other books I've been reading. Share with me the things that you guys like. What are some of the books that you guys have been reading? What are some of the things that you guys have been gaining from? What are some of your favorite gardening books? Hi, Zach. Good afternoon. Hope you guys are well. Share with me the places you get inspiration from. I'm constantly sharing that with you. How about you guys chip in and share with each other and share with me? Unfortunately, you guys can't chat with me in a video format here, but you can comment, and I would love to know. As same with you guys on YouTube, share with me, because it's really great when we can share our ideas and keep ourselves going, motivate each other, inspire each other. And like I said, this 101-year-old woman still exercises every day. I mean, you would not know she was 101 years old. And that is awesome. And that is impressive. I watch so many older folks who, and I want to mention this too. This is something else that has been on my mind very heavily. We have some friends that are older, and they do not have good health right now. And I really feel deeply, and I'm very convicted that the reason they feel so awful is because of all the medication they are on, and that the medications are causing them to feel the way they are. And I encourage you guys to find other options besides being medicated when you have illnesses or sicknesses. Those of you that are older that are watching, a lot of those medications, the side effects are so much worse than what you're trying to cure with the pill. And if you do your research, there's natural things you can do in place of those medical things that are being suggested to you. The toxins, the chemicals that are in those things are so poisonous. And I would love to ask this 101-year-old woman, you know, if she is taking medications, because she was so vibrant and so alert and so coherent and so just, I was amazed. And if I live to be 101, I want to be just like her. So, guys, I just want to encourage you today, you know, when you get in your slumps, when you get in your places, go towards these inspiring things. Good afternoon, Chad. And rekindle your spirit, guys, okay? When you're happy and when you're up and when you've got a lot going on and you're learning new things, share it. Share it with somebody. We have some great friends that are coming to visit, and there's 2 young children, and one of the Christmas presents I gave each of them was a coupon to spend a day with me learning a new craft and watching a movie. So I think that for kids today, that's the best of both worlds, and I'm looking forward to sharing new things with them, and they're coming Saturday. So, you know, take time out of your day to, and out of your lives, to share what you know with others, inspire others, be happy and joyous. Those are the things that are going to help you live long. But I encourage you to watch these videos, guys. I couldn't help but not share these today. And I'm appreciate you guys taking the time to join me today. I know your time is valuable. That was my message for today. But please, in the comments below, share the things that inspire you. Share the books and things that you are gaining knowledge from. Share the things that you go to for your happiness and your joy. Share. It's really important. I'm sharing my heart out. I would love to have you guys share back. So for those of you that have jumped in at the end, watch the videos that are in the description and watch this, because I've given you some things to leave in the comments. Homemade and teaching. Yes, that's awesome. And I love doing it, Chad. It's so much fun to be able to share our knowledge, and that's why we do as a family what we're doing and sharing on YouTube and on our website. And there's more to come. I have been so busy working on our academy, and I am so excited to get that out to you guys. So if you haven't gone there and signed up yet, go to TrayerWildernessAcademy.com and get on our waiting list. I'm not getting notified when you're live. How do I get that notification? Good question, Deb. I will double check that and report back next week. I know there's a setting somewhere. I will double check that and report back. So thanks for asking. But guys, I'm going to jump off of here. I am wishing you a wonderful week. I am wishing you empowerment. I am wishing you to do something every day that makes you feel like you've accomplished something. And I'm encouraging you to inspire others. So guys, have a great day. I wish you a good week. And I will see you next Wednesday, 10:30 on Facebook Live. God bless, guys.